Fox be on. CNN, mama picking out boxes for 'em. On that thing, got my own boxes on. On headphones to get my poppin' on.
YouTube, what up, man? We back at it again, man, with another video, another daily jewel. As always, hope y'all staying safe, staying inspired, staying motivated, staying on your purpose. You know the whole shit, right? So like always, man, let's dive right up into it. Today, man, we're gonna be talking about ownership and equity. You see what I'm saying? Ownership and equity. Now, I'm gonna make a disclaimer. Not even a disclaimer. We're gonna start off like this. The only reason we at the bottom of the food chain, us as a culture, is because while other races was building equity, we was fighting to survive. We was fighting to put food on the table and fighting all other racial injustice and all this extra shit. Other races was building equity within themselves. You see what I'm saying? They was practicing nepotism and buying land and businesses and, like I said, building up equity from the ground up. Whole time we at the bottom of the food chain, we fighting to survive, putting food on the table. That's the only reason we at the bottom of the food chain. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, if we really get our shit together, we have the potential to really make it to supersede everybody else. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we already possess genes within us that we just natural born entrepreneurs. Like it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, we come from nothing, man, and we know how to make something out of nothing. You know what I mean? Like that, it's overlooked, and it's probably like, it's really underrated. You know what I mean? But it's overlooked, and a lot of people don't really understand. I ain't gonna say a lot of people, because they do understand. We don't really understand, the importance of having the ability to, have nothing in life and then create something out of it. Whether it's like you got no food for the night and your mom, or you figure out, how to whip something up out of nothing. You know what I mean? That's really a gift. You see what I'm saying? So we have the ability, we have that upper hold, or that stronghold, or that stronghold, for lack of better words, against other races. You see what I'm saying? Even Ricans too. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up with them too all my life. Ricans too. You know what I'm saying? It's really the same struggle. Ricans too. You know what I mean? Like I said, the only reason we at the bottom of the chain is because other races was building equity. We was fighting to survive. But at the end of the day, it's 2020. This the new, y'all see the title, it's the new wealth standard. You know what I'm saying? Not the new wealth standard, but this the new 2020 standard. You see what I'm saying? We building equity and ownership within ourselves. I'm gonna tell you this, bro, you selling drugs on the block, it's cool, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Since you out there selling yourself, I get it. You know what I mean? I want y'all to know that y'all is entrepreneurs, though. You know what I mean? Whether you know it or you don't know it, or whether you like it or you don't, you are an entrepreneur. You see what I'm saying? You're building equity within yourself, raising your value up for you to determine your prices. You see what I'm saying? If you selling drugs on the block, you have a businessman mindset. It's nothing that isn't what you're doing is nothing different from what a wholesale food grocery store does. You see what I'm saying? You know when it's time to re-up. You know when your product gets supplied, you know what I mean? You got to get it. Whatever the case is, you know your whole shit. Since you selling your body, you building equity within your own self. You already know, like, all right, once I hit this lick with a night, whatever the case is, boom, I'm gonna buy some, let's say lip gloss, whatever the case, some new heels and shit, make motherfuckers attractive. You building up your equity, you don't even know it within yourself. You a businesswoman. You see what I'm saying? So me personally, like, I'm not just capping for the count. I'm really like this in person. Like, I don't judge nobody hustle, whether you a prostitute, whatever from whatever you do, as long as it ain't got nothing to do with no kids or no gay shit. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say no gay shit, but no kids or no weird shit. You know what I mean? Like with kids, I don't, that is too far. But if you gay, whatever the case is, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? To each his own, right? You know what I'm saying? But ownership and equity, man. We can't, like I always say, we can't expect to, keep using the same phrase, they had a head start and we didn't, or, whatever the case is, or, we have to start thinking for ourselves and saying, you know what, it's 5 individuals in this crib, whether it's like cousins and a whole bunch of brothers, whatever the case, it's 5 of us in this crib. If we all put our money in the same pot, just like the Chinese people do, and we, basically practice the Susu system. If y'all know what the Susu system is, look that up. Look the Susu system. If we practice the Susu system, you know what I'm saying, and use each other's money to build our financial economy up, and also stimulate each other's economy, then we gonna be in a decent position, and that's a fact. That's a fact. That Susu shit really worked. You know what I mean? Ownership and equity, you know what I mean? The ownership, you know what I'm saying? That's important, especially in 2020. If you don't own nothing, You don't own nothing in 2020. That's a problem. You see what I'm saying? That's a problem. Because number one, if you don't own it, that means somebody own you. Whether it's they own your time or they own, you know, what you can say and what you can't say in their place of business, or they control or own how much you make every dollar per hour. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to say it, but you know, that's something that I can't get down with. Like I said, I done work plenty of jobs. I respect people who work jobs 100%. But just when it comes down to the basics, you know, I'm always keep it real myself first. And, you know, that part is right there. I can't get down with it. You know what I'm saying? And none of my kids or my family members, you know, is ever going to have to be doing that shit again. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just can't get down with it. You know what I mean? I don't believe that my time is worth $12 an hour. I don't believe that another man, woman, whoever the case is, should have control over how I put food on the table. And if I do something out of line at the job, that whole, you know, direct line to them putting food on my table, it just gets cut off within a second. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with investing in 401k and having you flip my stocks for me, because I don't want to do the due diligence to learn about how to flip stocks, how to invest in stocks, or just even the basics. I don't believe in that. You taking the cut out you taking the cut out from my check every check or every month, whatever, however that shit go, to invest stocks for me when I can just do it myself. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with having to ask my boss, hey, you know, I ain't feeling too good. You know, can I stay home for the day? And they may potentially say no, depending on how they feel. That don't make sense to me. I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? So, if you really think about everything I just said, you really have no control, which is why ownership is important, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how you looking at it. When you born, it's just you. When you die, it's just you. If you ever been homeless, it's just you. You see what I'm saying? So why would you even let somebody have that much control over your life? As always, like I say, I get it if it's a stepping stone. It's like, all right, you know what? You know, I'm gonna do my thing. Boom, infiltrate, educate, and vacate. Like I say, get up out of there, do your thing. That's cool. But if you choose to stay there, you know, just like, you know what, I'm comfortable here. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I respect it, but at the same time, I just, you know, I'm gonna say this: you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing your family a disservice. And if you have kids, you're doing them a disservice. I'm just keeping it a beam with you. You know what I'm saying? Now the equity part, like I mentioned, those who selling drugs, those who selling whatever the case, whatever you doing that's not quote unquote a legitimate way to make money, y'all be entrepreneurs and y'all don't even know it. Like I just explained in those examples. You see what I'm saying? Equity. You know what I mean? It's important to build up equity because, you know, for example, right? A lot of us tend to, I'm gonna say this: if you buy some gold, you be making an investment and you don't even know it, because I don't know if you do know or not, gold go up and down. The prices go up and down. It varies. So when you buy gold, you already brought equity. You brought into equity, right? So now if you ever go broke, what you could do is you can exchange that gold for currency, and now you be in a decent position depending on how much weight you got. You know what I'm saying? That's why equity is important. If you own a house, if you ever in a bad situation in life financially, you refinance out. I mean, you pull your equity out your crib, and then you do what you got to do to get right. Whether it's you buy another, whatever you got to do. You see what I'm saying? Owning something, some type of property, or having equity in life is important. You know what I mean? It's really like, I look at equity like it go credit, currency, like US dollar, and then equity. Like, you go these is all tools of leverage that you can use in life to put you in a decent position. You know what I'm saying? Imagine I look at it like monkey bars. Like you could grab on it, I mean, do whatever you gotta do to make your way to the top. You see what I'm saying? We got a 2020 new standard, man. We gotta not even do better. We gotta just switch our way of thinking and where we directing our energy to. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, we already be entrepreneurs and don't even be knowing it. You know what I mean? And everybody ain't meant to be one, but everybody's not meant to be working at no job for somebody to have control over them 10, 12, 13, 14 hours of the day. Every day. Nah, that's not what life is about. That's not where you were placed on this planet for. You were not placed on this planet to be just a everyday person who gets told what to do every day. No, that's not. I don't believe that's what people are here for. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a brain. Everybody got creativity inside of them. You just got to unlock it. You got to figure out what it is. You know what I mean? Ownership and equity, man. Just always remember those two words. Also, if you don't know what the word nepotism means, look it up. Look up the word nepotism. You see what I'm saying? Find out what nepotism is and start practicing nepotism. Again, that's another tactic or strategy that other races use in which they be able to, you know, like I said, build equity within their own self. Look at it like this. I used this example before on one of my other videos. If you buy a piece of land and then you build a house on top of it, right? On top of that piece of land, you gonna obviously build up, you know, the foundation. You gonna build up the side. You gonna put the structure in. You gonna do the whole shit. What you doing is you building equity. So you got to look at it like this. If you working at a job, you already on somebody else's foundation. You already on somebody else's piece of land. The more you continue to work there and provide value for them, in which they return, in which the way they reciprocating is they gonna pay you, you know, a couple of dollars, whatever the case is, for their reciprocation that you putting in your labor. So what you doing is you adding value to their shit. So now you building up their walls, you building up their structure on the side, right? Now the longer you move the chain of command, whatever the case is, now you building up the interior shit, the interior decoration. You see what I'm saying? Whole time before you know it, you done fucked around and built up a whole house at this bullshit, and he done made $1 billion off you, and all you did was build up the crib. That's like the most simplest way I could put it. That, you know, we're never gonna be in a decent position working in the job. Wherever that CEO is, you always gonna be like this. You ain't never gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't never gonna be like that. By the time you get done building that house, you gonna have to build another one. He gonna still be where he at. You gonna start out from the bottom again. Ownership and equity, man. We got to get it together, man, and just you know, just like I said, you know, redirect our focus and our approach to things. You know what I mean? We all got it within us. We all got the ability to create and you know, like I said, make something out of nothing. You know, that's a gift. A lot of races, you know, a lot of people wish they could do that. You know what I mean? That's not an easy thing to do. You know what I mean? To make something out of nothing. You know, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. As always, you know, y'all stay safe, stay inspired. Don't ever stop. You know, remember ownership and equity. If you don't know the term nepotism, look up the word nepotism, you know, and start applying it. You know, don't ever give up. You know, if ain't nobody tell you that they believe in you, I do. You know, keep it moving. Don't ever stop. You know, run laps around their ass while they sleeping. You see what I'm saying? That's how we get ahead. We don't get ahead by, you know, asking for favors and wishing upon a star and shit all day. Nah, we get ahead by actually putting shit to work, putting shit to use. So let's get it, man. Ain't no complaints, ain't no excuses, man. I'll tap in with y'all soon. That's love.
See, y'all think it's a game till Fox be on. CNN, mama picking out boxes for 'em. On that thing, got my own boxes on. On head fun to get my pop